As racehorses go, this one is building quite a reputation for himself, and not just on the track. As well as falling head over hooves in love with a Jersey cow called Bessie back home in New Zealand, it appears the cheeky 4-year-old is prone to a bit of trick-or-treating.
When you're fencing, you get the hammer and go off with the hammer, and you couldn't do anything in his paddock. It'd just be annoying, so we used to have to tie him up if he was doing any work in his paddock. Yeah. So he's an unusual horse like that.
I hear stories that that sometimes one of the better characters make better racehorses, and it seems to be a case with him.
Chris and his 64-year-old father Basil paid just over $1,000 for Veandercross and his mother Lavender when the gelding was still a foal. It was Chris's first racehorse and the fulfilment of a lifelong dream. Armed with the knowledge from a library of textbooks, he's set to work, pounding the coastline near his 12-hectare Wanganui farm on New Zealand's North Island.
He's like a friend of mine. He calls out to me quite often. He's on my mind most of the time, I suppose. I like to make sure that he's well, and especially when I got home from school at 5 o'clock on the first appointments, we'd go and see the children and rush outside to see what he is up to.
And since those early days, Veandercross has been up to quite a lot. With over $1.2 million in prize money, he's won 3 Group 1 races in the last 2 years and come second in 4 others.
Veandercross has got the better of Naturalism close to home and is racing away and scores a top win in the Guineas. Veandercross came away to win it a bit more than a length to Naturalism.
His first race he won quite easily, which was a 2-year-old race.
Did that surprise you that he won?
Well, we were hoping he wasn't going to come last. It was in front of the home crowd. We'd trained him. He'd won a trial before, but you never know what they're going to do on race day, and he was buried at the back. He couldn't get through, and then made an enormous run through the pack and won by 2.5 lengths.
It's a tactic which has become his trademark, and as Shane Dye discovered 2 weeks ago at the Caulfield Cup, one that can prove just a little risky.
Veandercross has taken the lead in the Cup. Veandercross in front with 100 metres left to go from Mannerism, trying to get to it. Veandercross just in front. Veandercross the outside, they hit it. Bobbing finish, very tight. Veandercross maybe from Mannerism, nothing in it.
Onwards and upwards, really. It's just one of those things. We didn't win it. We keep on with our preparation, and hopefully he'll do better in the next 2.
It's been a tense week for owner and jockey. Also on deck for the Spring Carnival, renowned New Zealand trainer John Wheeler.
He worked a lot better this morning than Sunday, eh? And when he worked by himself, Veandercross.
Yeah.
He worked tardy Saturday.
Saturday, yeah, very.
He worked much better.
Yeah, he was very keen.
Much more interested.
Yeah, really was.
He looks really good, you know. I think we've timed him just to be absolutely 100%.
And all binoculars were on yesterday's $300,000 McKinnon Stakes to prove it.
And Veandercross stood there and lost about 3 lengths. Length and a half Veandercross on the inside of Royal Magica. Flying home. Rough Habit hit the front, coming down to the 100 from Heroicity. Veandercross getting through on the inside. Veandercross has got up the score from the stablemate Rough Habit.
I thought actually that Rough Habit had beaten him. I couldn't see Shane being able to worm his way out from a seemingly impossible position and win, but that he has got that brilliant burst of speed, and he did it twice out here today, so it was excellent.
Oh, and by the way, just a final tip for Tuesday. In the last 5 years, 3 of the winners of the McKinnon Stakes have gone on to win the Melbourne Cup.
Let's have a quick look at the market and the barrier draw. The key horses, Veandercross about 5-2 at the moment, Sub-Zero 5-1. Veandercross drawn 3, should be okay, probably better off in 8-12 or something like that. Sub-Zero 15. Let's Elope scratched. Castletown has drawn 8. Star of the Realm, well, the conditions will depend on his price. London Bridge has drawn 7. We go over the page. Heroicity's drawn 6 at 14. So Quiddity and Big Baron will both be big shorteners if it's slow or heavy. They'll come into about 10-1, both of them. Better loosen up and superimpose.